gentlemen, the Up North Picker here. I'm doing a little experiment with this video. I'm going to actually set this one to premiere. I'm shooting it Tuesday night and this will premiere Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central. So if you're watching it right now, this is the premiere, and I am going to be in the chat during the time that this video runs and afterwards. And if anybody has any questions and wants to talk about this video, or just has general reselling questions, or just wants to talk about anything they want, I guess, well, I'll be in the chat and we'll see how it goes. So this is a little experiment because I plan on doing a bunch more live streams when it comes to the new year, and so I'm just kind of experimenting with a few things and seeing how all of that'll work out. Okay, so the other day I was at the auction and there was this whole box of, like, plush, I guess we call it nowadays, you know, stuffed animals and all that, and I seen one in there and I thought that looked pretty good and all that, and there was a lot of stuff in there, so, and like nobody was bidding on it, so I got the whole box for $2. And here, I got all this stuff for $2. And so in this little unboxing video, I guess, I am going to show you what I got. And for the most part, I'm looking at it for the first time too. So here we go. Okay, first thing. This was the guy that made me buy the lot. Got the Dakin little collar tag there. And the reason I bought it was I had heard this name before, and I think it's a good name in plush. I'm not an expert on plush, but I think this is a good name, and so, well, I'm going to learn as I go through this video and do some research and do some comps and everything. Now, on the tags, there's a Dakin tag on there, and I'm not sure if this is how you date this, but on the tag it says 1977. And now there are some minor flaws in this guy. There's a little bit of a scuff on his eye and just some little bit of stitching problem right there. And, you know, probably just a little dirt spot or two. But overall, I would say this guy is in pretty darn good shape. And if it's from 1977, it's a pretty cool guy. Now, I'm going to do some research and all that. Before this video is released, I will, you know, probably hopefully be able to comp this guy a little bit. But I paid $2 for all of this stuff, and so hopefully this guy's worth my money. But there was a lot more in there. There was another dog, like a Husky. Now this one, it's got a little bit of, you know, to the tongue. It's been used, but it's a nice dog too, roof roof. And so again, this one's got tags down here. Made in Korea, blah blah blah. Distributed by Dayton Hudson Department Store. And it says, I believe it says 1988. There's a little skiff on the spot, so it's either 88 or 98. But I don't know when Dayton Hudson department stores pretty much were closed, but it's been a while. So once again, a pretty nice piece with some flaws, but a pretty nice plush right here. If you're into the, you know, if you want the Huskies, this is a nice little set of plush. And so whoever owned this lot must have liked the Huskies. And so we got another piece here. Wild Wonders, distributed by Northern Gifts. Wild Wonders. Northern Gifts. Made in Indonesia. I always like to look for a date on these, because a lot of times there is a date on stuffed animals, but right here I'm not seeing it. It's got a 1-800 number, but not an internet address. So that might, you know, mean it's at least reasonably old. But once again, a nice little Husky plush. And so I'll have to look up comps on all these, but you know, a nice little piece right there. I've seen this guy. I mean, that guy's pretty crazy, right? Acme. Got Acme tags. Almost, you know, that's pretty funny. 1988, Domino's Pizza. Made in China. But 1988, Domino's Pizza. I can't remember. I remember the advertisements, I think, as a kid, but it was a cool little piece. 1988. I mean, he's a pretty crazy guy right here. And so, right, I mean, that was a cool piece. Anybody knows anything about these? Or, like, little things like, how do you clean Plush? And do you actually wash them, or do you do anything? Do you just take a little thing and try to clean them, spot clean them? Or how do you Plush people actually do this? And should I try to clean these, or should I just sell them, you know, with pictures of any spots that I can find, and then sell them to the collector who can then clean it himself? And we got a lot of this kind of little kind of stuff here. 1986 Hallmark, Rodney and Friends. It was a Christmas present, but nobody got it. And it's a Hallmark from 1986. International Randy the Reindeer. Interesting little guy. Kind of a Beanie Baby style, but not made by the Beanie Baby company. And maybe actually too early, because this is 1986. It's not technically all beans, but the legs are. So this would be almost an early Beanie Baby, but not made by the same company. Still with the tags though. So that's an interesting guy, Randy the Reindeer. Look at this little heart bear. Made in Korea. Shredded clippings. Shredded clippings. Oh, synthetic fiber. Norman Industrial. So I don't know. I'll have to look up that. But these little guys, I don't know how much value they are. Maybe some are, maybe some aren't. But I would think you could get a bunch together and lot them up. Oh, 1984 Hallmark again. Looks like another piece of the... Oh, another Rodney the Reindeer. And Friends. Oh, Burger King 1987. I didn't see. Did that other one open up? Oh yeah, the other one opened up too. I never even looked on the inside. Yep, both Burger King from Randy the Reindeer. So, if anything, I can lot these two together, it looks like. And she's got her outfit. It looks like it needs to be retied. But, so yeah, two Randy the Reindeers from Burger King from 1988, still with the tags on them. I mean, they've been around a long time. They're not new with tags. I mean, they got the tags, but, you know, there's some minor imperfections from being 40 years old, or, you know, 35 years old, or whatever it is. Trying to do the math here in my head. Oh, this one's even got somebody's name. Carry All Inc. Caution. Oh, it's two, you know, it's got somebody's name. To Audrey from Kathy. A cup o' Christmas cheer. $1986 on there. Well, the Christmas card dates it. Just a little Christmas bear. Made in Korea. Carry All Incorporated. Same company that made one of those other ones too. But got a little candy cane with it. I don't think that's a real candy cane. But another little Christmas one. They're from the same company. If they're, you know, can lot them up potentially. And look at that. The elusive Beanie Baby, right? No. A little toucan, or I think it's a toucan. Beanie Babies collection puffer. Handmade in China. Let's see if there's any year on here. 1997 tie ink. The elusive Beanie Babies. Now, I've heard all the stories about the Beanie Babies, but I don't think there's a lot of value in Beanie Babies, so I don't buy them. But if they come in the lot, they come in the lot. So when I get a bunch together, most likely I just put them in a lot and sell them that way. Oh yeah, it came with his basketball too. Gopher Victory 1000. I mean, it's a nice ball. It looks like new from Rainbow set. I don't know. It's definitely full of air. So maybe somebody wants that, or some kid in the neighborhood wants to play with it. There's a little guy who hangs up on a, supposed to hang there. Bear with me. I don't see any tags or anything on it, but it's probably just something that gets lotted up. Crayola. Happy Holidays. Burger King again. This one's 1986 too. Crayola Burger King 1986 holiday one. Could probably maybe lot all this Burger King stuff up together. Oh, another Rodney the Reindeer. Ramona. Burger King. So I'm going to have a lot of all this Burger King, especially the Rodney the Reindeer stuff. Because it all came out in 1986, so I don't know. There was a couple different sets. One was, or whatever reason, but I'm sure I can lot them all together, or lot all the Rodney the Reindeer stuff together. Another bear. 1982. Massage Bear. Signed in Korea. North American Bear Company, New York. So 1982. A little different guy here. Little white bear with the, needs to be retied, but 1982. These little stuffed animals, I don't know. I guess I probably have to look every one up. I haven't really gotten into buying stuffed animals or plush like you call it nowadays. Now, I've picked up a few pieces over the last few years, and I've done alright with them, picking up 50-cent pieces and selling them for 15 or 20. I've done that quite a few times. I remember when I used to look for Steiff bears back in the day, because Steiff was considered the be-all, end-all of teddy bears, and it probably still is. But I haven't seen a Steiff in a long time. And I remember bidding on one. It wasn't even a Steiff. I don't think there was a label on it, but it was from like 1900 or 1860 State Fair or something in Minnesota, and it was an old bear. You could tell, And I had just been reading on the Steiff bears and all that, and what they were, at other values. This was late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. So Steiff was really high, but I remember bidding, and I bid over $100 at just a local auction, and I didn't win this bear. And so I don't know. That's probably a good thing I didn't win it, because I didn't know. But it tells you that there can be some expensive stuffed animals plush. Now here's one here. It's got a hard head in the soft body, and it came with a little tag hanging on here, and the tag says handcrafted Casita Crafts. Handmade in the Philippines. So, here's something that, probably have to lot up. Here's another little stuffed animal that hangs, kind of a Christmas ornament one. You can always look for tags, but it's an interesting little piece. But it just looks like an ornament. But most of the stuff in here has been pretty old, from the 80s or older, so. But I don't see any tag on this piece at all. So if anybody knows anything about it, let me know. Sugar Bear. Now, is that from like Sugar Smacks, like the cereal? Oh, there's a tag on here. Pretty small. General Foods Corporation, yeah. Made in China. General Foods Corp. White Plains, New York. I'm guessing Sugar Bear was like from the Sugar Smacks cereal. I don't know if they still make it. It wasn't very good. But, yeah, I'm guessing that, I don't know if this came in a box of cereal or if it was just a advertisement for the cereal or what, but potential value maybe. Ooh, that's got that real whatever fur. It's real, and you can really see the sew lines and everything. But I can really feel the texture on that. That's definitely different than the other ones. Now there's a ribbon, and this one too, it hangs. But this says that, I don't know what this material is, but when you touch it, it's almost like hardish. It's hard to explain, but you Plush people probably know what I'm talking about. And so I don't know if that makes this piece older or what, but there's no tags. I don't know if there was at some point, but let me know if you know anything. That's an interesting piece. Here we got another one that's hangs up. So somebody had a lot of this kind of stuff, and their whole thing and their stuff on the auction went for $2. I'm guessing maybe somebody passed away or something, and they just donated all their stuffed animals that their kids did or something. They didn't want them, whatever collection they had, or maybe they took what they liked out of there. Once again, this one hangs up. It's got a tag here. Kurt S. Adler Inc., New York, New York, 10010. Made in China. Patent number, blah, blah, blah. So it's a Kurt S. Adler little stuffed animal ornament. Probably should have had these out before Christmas or something, huh? Next year. Here's one that says Audrey 1990. This must have been a present for Audrey, I'm guessing. I think I did see Audrey's name on one of those other gifts too, huh? So here's just a little rabbit that hangs. Got some red eyes. Rabbits do in real life too. They have some really red eyes. It's got, it's an interesting piece. The legs move. Once again, I don't see any tag in order for me to find a manufacturer or anything, but it's an interesting piece. Got another bear here. I don't know why the arms seem backwards, but they do. The arms stick out this way and the head is this way, and it hangs up, and it's all one hard piece, and so it's not supposed to move. That's different. I mean, the arms are sticking back. Maybe he's flying or something. And once again, it's a little ornament one, most likely from the 80s. Or once again, there's like no tags or nothing. Interesting. My Third Christmas, 1986. Yeah, so a lot of these Yeah, there's a little hook there. This is supposed to hang. Patent number 252. Hallmark ink, 1986. Made in China. QX4136 Panda. Non-watchable. So again, just kind of a half plush, half Christmas ornament. Here we got another, here's a panda. And it's Christmas ornament again, hangs. He's got some claws. Yeah, I think it really does have claws. Grabs right a hold. Once again, there is no tag on it. But, once again, kind of a cool vintage Christmas ornament. And then there was some other stuff in the box too that wasn't just stuffed animals. There was stuff on the bottom too, like this teddy bear plate. These plates are what they are, you know. Value wise, it's hard to tell because everything's different. But just this teddy bear plate. The Beverly Port Time Machine Teddies. Big Bear the Toy Collector. Gorham, made in Japan. 1986. This is number 666 out of 5,000. Maybe somebody wants to buy it for the 666, huh? And it's in really good shape. I mean, and so you can even feel it kind of some texture in the paint. It's a pretty nice plate. I'm thinking there's probably a buyer for this plate at least $10. And so I only paid $2 for this whole box. So I should do alright. And then there's this, looks like an angel. And I think it's homemade. It's got little hooks back here for hanging on something. I think it probably covers a light switch or something. But it's metal. I think it's, if you can see the coloring on the inside there, it's been painted, but it's metal and it might be brass. It's got that brass coloring on the inside. I don't know if you can see with the light, but I think and it's hard to tell. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's homemade. But somebody made it. Little doggies. Here's a dog eating in a dish. And another little guy. These look like Japanese, probably porcelain. Doesn't have a deal on the bottom, but oh yeah, that one says Japan on there. I don't know if you can see it. It says Japan right there. It looks pretty clean. It's a little dog. And here's a dog eating from his dish. Most likely another Japanese piece. Try to look. Yeah, it says Japan right there. And it's just a dog eating from its dish, but probably lot these little Japanese pieces up. See if I have more dogs or something. Put them together. Then there was some cards. Still sealed. 2 packs of cards there. And another one here. From the Stardust, made in the USA. Plastic coated Stardust. It probably came from Casino. Bicycle. Free app, bicyclecards.com. So, well, 2013 and 2014 on those. And so they're not old, but they're playing cards. I don't know if they'd sell or if we just need to keep them around here, I guess. Then there was some Jordash Perfume. Jordash was pretty big in, like, I don't know, the late 80s or 90s. There's a little bit of perfume left in there. I don't know. It's got the deal. The top is cracked. But Jordash for women, spray cologne, love musk. So any of you women want, you know, almost a 3/4 full thing of love musk, let me know. I'm not even going to spray because I don't want to know if that's how that goes. Then there was this, I believe it's a music box. Yep, music box. EM101. It's got an EMT mark, made in Hong Kong. I don't know if you can see the marks or not. So it's plastic, made in Hong Kong, which, I mean, dates it a little bit, as I'm sure that makes it a vintage piece. So I'd have to look up the actual maker. It's just kind of a cool little plastic music box, and it plays Silent Night. It's a Christmas piece that I suppose I should have had up before Christmas. Alright, good, it stopped, so I can keep going. And, well, that was basically it. Let's see what else was here. There's a little piece of a star, but I don't think that came off of anything. I'll have to double check. Maybe it came off of this. And, an old peacock feather. When I was a kid, my grandpa and grandma had peacocks, and so we would always go out and chase them around and collect a few feathers, and they were, you know, that's sweet coloring. That was just vintage in the 80s, 90s coloring right there. And then in the bottom of it, there's a little blankie here. Oh, nope. It is a pillowcase. It's a Christmas pillowcase. Christmas winter pillowcase. Kind of cool, but let's see. JCPenney home. Old JCPenney tag. There's a bunch of numbers on there, so it's hard to gauge if that's telling you the age or anything. But there's 1 and 2. I don't know if somebody would want something like this, or if you just, well, wash them or give them to somebody or whatever, but it was on the bottom. Or just keep them around to wrap breakable things. Alright. That was what I got in that box. I think for $2, I think I should do alright. And so yeah, if you have any more questions, if you're in the live stream right now or the chat, go ahead and ask, and I'll stay in the chat until everybody's gone. But yeah, Coleman, the Up North Picker, out.